Well, I didn't think I was going to be talking about this again, but here we are. Hey guys, this is Dash Show Rhodes here. I am back to try doing this again. I keep messing up the video. I'm trying not to mess it up, but I keep messing up the video here. I was gonna talk about Disney's, buying Hulu and all that. Yeah, I'm gonna be talking about that. Now I technically already talked about this before, but I figured I could talk about it again because there's some unfortunate news. Now this is really bad news for Disney, but we're gonna be talking about that. But you guys know the drill. Please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. That I would really appreciate that a lot. I really would. I'm trying to get to 300 subs, so if you guys know anyone who is interested in content like this, please let them know, because I need all the help and support I can get. And if people are not interested in my news-related stuff, I do other things like reviews and stuff too. I'm currently right now actually reviewing Star Wars movies, so if you guys are interested in that stuff, you guys can check that out too. But anywho, let's get back into the video. So, I didn't think I was going to be talking about this again, but yeah, apparently, that rumor that I talked about, that Disney may be being forced to buy Hulu, well, I think that rumor is actually true now. I think they are being forced to buy Hulu. So, I talked about that Disney doesn't really have the money and stuff, and to really buy it. But I did not bring up that apparently, because I didn't know about this, but apparently Disney is in a lot more worse shape than I actually realized. But yeah, I did not realize that they were in, like, this. I mean, I knew they were hurting bad, but apparently they're hurting really bad. But basically, though, they gotta pay a crap ton of money to Comcast in about 8 months. I didn't know exactly when they were being, they were having to pay for Hulu and all that. But apparently it's in January of 2024. So it's like right at the beginning of the year, basically, of next year. They're going to be forced to buy it. And they really don't have the money. They don't. And I think about it this way. I've been thinking about it, and it does make sense that they are losing, that they lost a lot of money because their movies have been bombing in the box office because of poor decisions they've been making. Bob Iger's been going on a money sprint, buying up pointless properties, overspending on Fox, all of that, and apparently that's leading to them with not much cash, and apparently I think what's going to happen here is they're going to be low on buying on Hulu. They're going to be low on buying it. Like, they're not going to have enough money to buy it, is what I think I've heard. If this is true, then this is going to be bad. They could find a way to get past it. They could. They could find a way to get past it. They could. I mean, this is Disney we're talking about. They always find ways to get past situations. Rather if it's them basically screwing over people, or they have problems behind the scenes with just financing problems. They always find a way to fix the problem. But this is really gonna be bad because they gotta pay. I thought it was a lot more to this. I thought it was like $30 billion, but apparently I think it's $10 billion for the rest of Hulu, which is a lot of money, and Disney does not have that much money. They really don't. This is going to hurt them really bad. Now, I should be sad, because, we're talking about a once well-known company, that produced wonderful animation and made great films and TV shows. But now, now people like me are just don't really care anymore. Like, we just want to see Disney burn. I want to see Disney get better. I really don't want to see them burn, but at the same time, they're not really getting better. They're still a horrible company. They still treat their employees like garbage. They keep pushing this woke crap, and in their films they keep race swapping stuff. It's just frustrating to deal with. And the thing is, though, is that is what's leading to them not having enough money. They don't have enough money. So because they don't have enough money, they're basically going to be short when they buy Hulu. And that'll be that's true. That'll be a problem, because they'll have to borrow more money, and they already borrowed a crap ton of money when they bought Fox and when COVID hit. Now, COVID wasn't really their fault. COVID happened to everyone, but when buying Fox was their doing. It was actually more Iger's doing than anything else, and that led to them not doing well during COVID, and now they're basically their money's in the gutters at this point. It's in the gutters, and they technically were doing bad. They were losing money even before the COVID hit. So it's not just COVID that caused this, but a lot of stupid decisions did, and yeah. So this is not good, and Disney could go under. They could go bankrupt if this keeps this up. They're really getting near that at this point. They keep losing money. Only a few of their films have actually been well exceed. Well, Avatar was the one that did well. Avatar made like $2 billion. But the thing is, though, is their movies like their live action movies like Peter Pan and Wendy was horribly received by people. Then you got The Little Mermaid coming out, and people are not happy about that. And it hasn't come out yet, so we can't really say if the movie is bad or not. But we also have Elemental, and people are not really hyped for Elemental. To be honest, I'm not really super hyped, but I'm interested to see what it is, because Elemental looks a lot more interesting than Lightyear by the trailers. I'm just gonna say, it doesn't look great, but it looks a lot more interesting than what Lightyear did. That will just say that. But speaking of Lightyear, that one bombs over the Strange World. So there's a lot of movies that are doing really bad. And the thing is, though, is Universal is basically kicking their ass right now. Universal's kicking their ass. They've got better parks. They got better movies. Say what you want about Illumination, but Illumination is making a crap ton of money. So it's making a crap ton of money, meaning it's bringing numbers and all that with merchandise and stuff. But thing is, though, is Disney stuff is not. And the thing is, though, I've been told in the past that Disney's too big to fail. Disney will never go bankrupt. I've been told by my friends and my family. I've been told that. But it works like Monopoly. It does. Companies work like Monopoly. If you guys played Monopoly, the board game, it works like that. Where you're doing all really well. You start buying up property and stuff on the Monopoly boards, and then people start charging you money and stuff. Basically, what happens is you spend a lot of money, and then you're forced to sell stuff off, or you're either forced to sell it off, or you're forced to you're forced to just to go bankrupt. And the thing is, though, is this is what's happening with Disney right now. They're losing money. They're being just like the Monopoly game. they're basically spending so much money on stuff and they're not making it back, and they're basically losing, money, and it's going into the gutters, and it's really sad, but it could happen. Now the thing is, though, what's interesting is if they do go bankrupt, I wonder what will happen to all the other properties that they own, because I'm not sure. I haven't really thought about that. Well, I kind of have, actually, in the past, but not too much. But, like what will happen to Lucasfilm, Marvel, and all that if they go bankrupt? Like, will it get sent off somewhere, or will it just all go under with Disney? I don't really know. But, it's just kind of, that's the thing, though. They're just... Their movies are, just bombing and all that, and they, again, they owe a lot of money. I think they're still paying off Fox, I hear. They're still paying off Fox. So they're still paying off that, and then they're paying for all these films that are bombing, and then we got them, I haven't even talked about the, the lawsuit going in Florida with DeSantis. They're the ones who are filing the lawsuit, by the way. DeSantis ain't filing a lawsuit, they are. And again, like I said in my Reading Creek video, they could easily just let Reading Creek go and just move on, because they don't need Reading Creek. They don't need it. They have too much power in Florida, but they're not letting it go. Bob Iger is too stubborn and won't let it go. He just keeps going at it. He keeps going at it, and it's getting him nowhere, and because he's the CEO again, it's just not getting any better with him, and honestly, bringing back Bob Iger was a huge mistake. It was a huge mistake bringing him back. They were panicking when Bob Chapek was in charge. They were panicking because, they were losing money and all that, so they rehire Bob Iger. And Bob Iger, although he's smarter when it comes to businesses, he knows how to run a business, while Bob Chapek didn't really know how to run a business very well. He's making the same mistakes Bob Chapek was. He's producing all these live action films, like, even though people are sick of them. They're actually producing quite a bit of bad films in general, and then you got, even under Bob Iger, they're still race swapping stuff. Kathleen Kennedy's still part of Star Wars. They were hoping maybe bringing him back would. I've seen some comments on that. Like, people are like, maybe Bob Iger will get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. Well, she's still in Star Wars. She still is. She could be gone. There's talk that she maybe end up being gone, but he's still not fixing that as for right now. And then, he's getting into the business with Florida, just like Bob Chapek was. So they're basically doing the same. He's doing the same thing Bob Chapek was doing. Basically, he's freaking screwing this company up. He's screwing it all up. And the thing is, though, I thought they would have been. They had a better idea of, like, well, they had someone who was gonna come in there, I think, fix the company, but because the company itself, Disney, itself, has been far left-handed at this point. Well, it's left-leaned, I think is what it's called. But yeah, left-leaned. That they fired that guy to replace Bob Chapek, and now we're stuck with Bob Iger. And Bob Iger is a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. He's a freaking liar. People are still rooting for the guy. I've been blinded before by stuff, so I'm not saying people are idiots because they're, blinded by this, but because I've been blinded before by things. But the thing is, though, is people are definitely blinded by this stuff, though. Bob Iger had that investor call. Well, I guess it was the earnings call is what it was, and he said a lot of stupid stuff on there, and people were just ignoring it. I guess a lot of people probably don't follow the news, is probably what it is. People just read articles and stuff, and Now, a lot of the news is phony, like in Hollywood and stuff, but a lot of YouTubers have pointed this out. So I don't know. But the thing is, though, is he's freaking a horrible CEO, and he's basically damaged his company. He's not fixing it. Like, he's not fixing it. He's not bringing back animation, because Disney was once known for animation, and their 2D animation too. They were, I'm not sure, but I think he might have been responsible for shutting the animation down. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. It could have been someone else that decided to, because they were losing money back then, they decided to shut down the animation studios that produced that stuff. But I don't think that was it. I think it might have been him. I know it was him. I know he was the one who removed Walt's name from the company. Whenever you watch a film, it just says Disney. It says no longer Walt Disney Pictures. Yeah, he's the one who did that. He's the one who, bought up all these properties, and he knows that Disney's losing money, but he's not selling any of the properties. He should sell Fox or Star Wars or something, sell some of that stuff, and make money back, but he's not doing it. He's not selling the stuff. Because Bob Iger is stubborn as hell, and he won't admit when he's wrong, and that's the problem. That's why Disney itself is in trouble. And like I said, nothing is too big to fail. They could fail. This company could go under and go bankrupt. It could. Now, usually it's very hard for a company like Disney or, Warner Bros. Or something to go bankrupt, but they can go bankrupt. They can. And if they go bankrupt, all their properties, I think what will happen to the properties, now that I think about it, they will probably all be history if they go bankrupt. Because anything that they own will be gone. And that would be sad for fans who want to see Star Wars get better, or Marvel get better, or Fox get better. And that includes, there are other properties like ABC Family and stuff too, So yeah, basically though, they have, Disney basically has a lot of opportunities to fix stuff and make things better, but they're just not making it better. They keep making the same mistakes, which is leading to their demise. And I'm not saying, that, everything in Disney is bad either. There are people in there that are good, like the people working, at Disney World and stuff. But the heads up at Disney, like Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy and stuff, are all people that are shitting on Disney and destroying it, rather than, trying to fix it and make it better. Now, here's the thing. I used to like Disney. I used to like them. Like me, everyone liked them. And it's not that I hate magic, because I was told that before, because I don't like Disney anymore. It's because I hate magic. That's not why I hate Disney. It's because they have become this evil corporation that no longer really focuses on animation. They push this woke stuff, and they're brainwashing kids and stuff with this stupid stuff that's not true. Like, I heard that about the Proud Family. Now, I haven't seen the Proud Family, but I heard that they were showing false information that wasn't true, and they're still doing it now. They're still doing this stuff now, and this is basically what I'm talking about, is that Iger is also doing the same things Bob Chapek was doing. And a lot of the stuff Bob Chapek was doing, Iger was doing way before he became the CEO. So, like I said, he was the stupid idiot that that removed Walt's name, from the intros, which I'm sad about, because I think the intro just feels empty without Walt's name in there. And I'm sure he's the one who decided that Disney needs to move away from, animation, like 2D animation and stuff, and move on to CGI. Now, CGI it isn't necessarily always bad. A lot of it's really good. Like, Disney has produced some pretty good CGI films, like Moana, Toy Story, The Incredibles, you know, Zootopia. All those films are really good with CGI, but the thing is, though, when it comes to CGI, though, it's not as pretty to look at as hand-drawn animation, which is 2D animation. It's not as good to look at. When you look at, 2D drawings and stuff of things, it looks a lot better. Like, it looks more colorful and bright. When CGI just looks, a lot of times just looks, it looks more, not as, satisfying to look at, So, So, you know what I'm saying, though, that, they have the opportunity, like I said, to fix this stuff, but they're not fixing it. They keep making the same mistakes over and over again, and they're not getting any better. But I don't know what to really say here. I don't. This is what Disney is these days. It's what they are, and this is what they do. And, like, people like me just want to see the company just, go under because they're not getting better. And I'm gonna see them get better, but they're not getting better. They're getting worse and worse. So yeah, I gotta say they might, like I said, they might file bankruptcy. I don't know. Especially they're forced to, buy Hulu out, and they don't have the money. They'll have to borrow more, and they really don't have a whole lot to borrow from. So I don't know what to say. I really don't know. But we'll just have to see where this goes with Hulu. I kind of don't want them to buy Hulu. I'd rather Comcast take over it, but I think they might be being forced to buy it. And they're talking about shutting it down by merging it with Disney Plus, and that's a stupid idea because that's what gives them the deals and stuff. We get deals, and that's what gets them their subscribers. If they shut down Hulu, then they can't use the bundle thing anymore. So, because once Hulu is gone, yeah, they have content on Hulu too, but it'll be Comcast will probably take off all their stuff, and that'll leave Disney with nothing. So, yeah, that'll be the bad there. But I don't know what to really say. I'm probably going to go ahead and let things go here, though, because I don't know what else to say. But, yeah, like I said at the beginning of the video, please hit that like button and subscribe. And we'll see where this goes with Hulu and all that. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.